Hi, welcome to my video. Here's a recipe for garlicky green beans. Green beans are in season right now in Toronto and I can't get enough. I buy them every single week. And this is a really simple recipe. It makes a great side dish. The first thing you have to do is prepare your beans, so make sure that they are thoroughly washed and then go ahead and cut off both of the tips. Then what I like to do is slice my bean down the center along that ridge and then again in half, just like that. Cutting the beans in this way as opposed to cooking them whole just helps to reduce the cooking time. And if there's something unsightly on your bean, feel free to go ahead and cut that right off. I also feel like cutting the beans in this way makes it look like I have a whole lot more beans than I actually do. And this does take some time, so I usually just sit down with an audiobook or a show and, go to work. Next, you're going to need some garlic. Just go ahead and chop that up or slice it up in any way you see fit. The shape does not matter. And next, a medium-sized onion. I like to slice this into half-moon shapes, but as I mentioned before, just cut things the way you want them. Nothing in this recipe has to be too fussy or exact. And you also need a medium-sized tomato, so go ahead and chop that up too. And while you're looking at my footage of me cutting up my tomato thinking, wow, she needs to sharpen that knife, go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you know when I post new recipes, which, incidentally, is every Monday. Now, the only other two things that you need in this recipe are salt and pepper, because this is very simple and the green beans really are the star. You want to taste their natural flavor. Moving on, heat up some oil in a nonstick on medium heat and cook the onions and garlic together until just before the onions become translucent. And for me, that takes anywhere from 3 to 4 minutes. Then go ahead and add in the green beans and incorporate them with the onions and garlic. Now this might seem like a lot of beans right now, but these are going to cook down and the quantity will reduce a little bit. At this point, you can also add the salt and pepper and adjust this later on if necessary. Next, you should turn down the heat, cover this up, and allow it to cook for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, add in the chopped tomato and mix everything well. Then cover it up again, keep it on low heat, and cook it for another 5 minutes. Once they've cooked for 10 minutes, I like to check the texture of the beans. I don't want them to be limp, I like them to retain a little bit of their bite. So I do this by just reaching in there, grabbing a bean, and testing it out. My beans needed another 2 minutes, and once they were done, this is what they looked like. This is a really quick recipe. If all of your ingredients are prepped, you can pull this off in 15 minutes. And you can see here, I'm trying to show you the texture of this dish. The tomato is nice and mushy, but it's not completely dissolved, and the bean itself is not at all limp. It still maintains a lot of its own bite, it's able to hold its own shape, and its natural sweetness shines through alongside that garlicky flavor. I hope you make this, and if you do, take a picture, put it on Instagram, and tag me so that I can see your food creations. And as usual, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.